Peace, everyone. Much peace, and blessings. There are all the animals, the cats, and stuff. Time to feed the chickens. I have some leftovers here from last night and a few nights ago. Last night, the lady decided to make a lovely soup. She made, what do you call it? Butternut squash soup, and it was very good. Maybe I should have a hat on, but that's all right. We were away for a couple of days. We were away for a little vacation. I had to go out of town and meet my Feodora. Her first day of second grade is coming up now, as you know. I had her in homeschool, and I was already teaching her on a second grade level. But what lovely, joyous things the courts in the cities do, right? Either way, this is where we are in the garden of Feodora. But it was fantastic. I went, and I stayed and hung out, and I saw a couple of friends of mine. And it was great. And then Sunday is when I got my hands on my lovely... No, actually it was Sunday. I took her out to dinner, took her out to eat. Now let me show you something real quick. I just want to talk about this real quick, because this is actually something that bothers me. With all this land, you see this? There's a guy who cuts our lawn. And he only cuts up to this barn right here. But if my daughter's car, and keep in mind, I get no call on when he's supposed to come. But if my daughter plays with her car, goes in the house, eats dinner, and leaves her car out here, he will not cut anything. Nothing. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's about. And I understand there shouldn't be things in the lawn when he wants to cut the lawn. I'm also not told when he's going to cut the lawn. If you look there and you see that pile, and you look there and see that log, you'll see my daughter's car is smaller than that circumference. All he has to do is mow around the car, but he refuses. And it's really starting to irritate me. I'm not even going to lie about it. This is obviously, you know what? I don't know. I have a lot of things in my mind this morning. And one of those things is one of those things is travel. I don't know what the future holds. None of us do. All I know that in the last few days, I've learned a lot. I've seen a lot, and I've been through a lot in the last few days of my life already. Look how fat she is. She's pregnant. There have been some heavy things I've had to deal with. There have been some situations I've had to deal with. And now it comes a point in my life right now. What's up, fat girl? There's a point in my life right now where I must take a stand and make a choice. And the choice that I have to make is an extremely difficult one, but it's one that must be done for my own sanity, for the benefit, of course, I do everything for my daughter. So for the benefit of her, and just for the common good of all those around me. I tend to put myself last in a lot of situations. I tend to let everybody come first. Take that how you want it. And, there they go. I forgot what I even planted there, but I think those were pumpkins. Cool. I put a pumpkin there. Cool. That pumpkin's coming up too. All right, my pumpkins are coming in. Nice, nice, nice. What a blessing. What a blessing. This whole thing right here is sage. That's pineapple sage right there. But some things must be done. With that said, you may see a change of location come season 4 of the Garden of Feodora. You just may. And I'll leave it at that. Just stay with us. Ride with us. If it's your first time here, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if it's your first time here. But, if you want to show us some support, it doesn't hurt to give us a thumbs up. It costs nothing, just a click of the mouse. And it helps us out tremendously. But in our corner on our channel, we now have a donation page. If you go to our home screen in the top right, there's a donate. $2, $1, 2 cents. I don't really care. At this moment in my existence, I'm looking to kind of, I put two pumpkins in there too. Got leggy. And I put, they're coming up. I put carrots in there and I see them coming up. But I'm looking for a change. My daughter's 7, and it's time for me to start focusing on my art again. It's time for me to start focusing on the thing that brings a financial gain into the house. Now, when I owned my gallery, it was great, but what happened is the gallery became my life. I was addicted. When I do things, when I enjoy things, I become completely addicted to what I do and what I love. I spent my life inside that art gallery. I would sleep on the floor of my art gallery. I would sleep on the counters. I would sleep in the chairs. I didn't care. And I'd wake up the next morning, shower in a sink, and go right back to work. Well, I don't want to call it work because I had a blast. Now, I'm at a point where I've where I took about 3 years off. Look at all them cucumbers. Look at that lovely tomato there. Split. That's okay. I can probably save that. I'm at the point where I've took 3 years off, and now I got my daughter kick-started very, very well. I'm going to try to maneuver and focus more on my art. And again, my art page is worksoffreedom.com. And my other YouTube page is just search Works of Freedom and you'll see my YouTube page. And I'm going to start focusing there. I'm still going to focus here too. But I have to get back to creating. And the reason why I have to create is because, as you know, in my situation, my daughter was always in my arms since day one. And now because of certain situations, my daughter, oh my goodness, look what these cats and stuff did. They knocked down the gate. I no longer have my daughter constantly in my arms, and it hurts me. So to keep my sanity and to keep my mind traveling in positive paths, I must create. I have to create. And one of my favorite creators, one of my favorite artists of all time, he left me. If you read my blogs and look at my other videos and you follow me on social media, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't really want to put that out here, but you know what I'm dealing with right now. And I felt in that moment, I have to create. I have to continue. I have to pick up. I just have to. And it's been plaguing me for about 3 weeks now. It's been plaguing me longer than that, but since the situation happened, it's become really dominant on my mind. And The videos here may come on a little slower because my Feodora is not in my arms the way I want. And I like to film with her. She makes me happy. She gives me purpose. I have fun editing with her and her sitting on my shoulder watching as I upload, watching as I add sound effects, and she laughs and it makes me laugh. And when she's not with me, I don't laugh as hard. And she's definitely my muse. And these moments just makes me glad that I'm able to. I've started this YouTube channel, and hopefully, as I move forward, I can continue to garner more friendships and more support. And I don't mean financial. I just mean someone who just hits a like on the video, someone I can communicate with back and forth to, who may understand or who may not understand, or maybe they can learn and I can learn. That's what life's about: living and learning and passing knowledge. As I stand here in this fall garden, looking over our hard work, I see things falling back, and the memories of planting every single seeds come rushing back to my mind. I wouldn't have these zucchinis if my daughter didn't plant them. I wouldn't have them. She put those there. I wouldn't have that sunflower if my daughter didn't plant them. I wouldn't have these cucumbers had my daughter not put them down. I do all things for her, and in turn, she does things that wind up being for me. Just her existence alone is enough to keep me smiling whether she's in my arms or not. It's almost time for the persimmons to come out. And every time I bite into one of those sweet Asian pears, I think about her laughter. I think about her sitting on my leg and just happy. Just a child who doesn't have a care. A child who's be with her father. A child who doesn't have to worry about anything. As I tell her, if you need a snack and the sun's not down, you run out to the yard and you grab yourself something juicy and enjoy yourself. And that's what she does. We'll be sitting there and watching a cartoon or something. And she'll say, I'll be back. And she runs. Pew, comes back in the house with 4 or 5 pieces of fruit and tomatoes and things. And she sits right there and munches them up. It makes me smile, knowing I could give her that. Gave her things that no one can give her. The only thing that can heat the earth is the sun. And that's what my father calls me. The sun. And my father's not a liar. May my daughter forever shine. So this one's for you, my sweetie, my Feodora, my love, my lemon head, my purpose, my reason, my art, my muse, my laughter, my ability. I love you, Feodora. Stay positive, stay blessed, keep moving forward. I love you so much. And don't forget, Black Star. And as always,